everyone. Welcome back to English TalkNest. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Cindy. Thanks for tuning in today.
Have you ever said this to yourself? My brain knows English, but my mouth won't speak.
Oh, yes, Ryan, I've heard that from so many English learners. And if you're watching this video and thinking the same thing, don't worry, you're not the only one. Millions of people around the world understand English perfectly, but when it's time to speak, nothing comes out.
Exactly. They listen to English songs, they watch English movies, they understand everything. But the moment they open their mouth, silence. Their mind goes blank, and all those English words just vanish.
I know that feeling. You feel nervous, your brain freezes, and your tongue suddenly forgets how to move. But listen, this doesn't mean you're bad at English. It doesn't mean you're lazy or untalented. It simply means you've learned to understand English, not to use it.
Right. Understanding and speaking are two completely different skills. You might be great at listening and reading, but speaking? That's a whole new muscle.
Yes, it's just like exercising your body. If you want strong arms, you have to lift weights. And if you want strong speaking muscles, you have to use your mouth again and again to make English sounds.
Let's make it clearer with an example. Imagine you love watching cooking shows. Every day you watch a famous chef make delicious pizza. You know all the ingredients, you know the steps, you even know the temperature of the oven.
But Ryan, if you never actually step into the kitchen,
You'll never make real pizza. Watching alone doesn't make you a chef. You have to cook. You have to touch the dough, feel the heat, and maybe even burn it once or twice.
exactly. The same thing happens with English. Watching, listening, and reading are like watching the cooking show. But speaking, that's when you start cooking. That's when real learning begins.
Yes, and when you speak, something magical happens. Your brain and mouth begin to work together. Slowly, your tongue gets used to English sounds. The words start to flow naturally.
Of course, in the beginning, it might feel weird. You'll make mistakes, forget words, or say something funny, but that's okay. Even native English speakers make mistakes all the time.
You're so right. Let's think about babies learning to talk. When a baby says wah wah instead of water, do parents laugh at them? No. They smile, they clap, and they say, "Good job."
That's such a good point, Ryan. The baby doesn't stop talking because of mistakes. The baby keeps going. And that's exactly what English learners need to do.
So if you understand English but can't speak it yet, remember this. There's nothing wrong with you. You just haven't practiced the right way. You've trained your brain to understand. Now it's time to train your mouth to speak.
Start small. Speak simple sentences. Don't worry about perfect grammar or big words. Just say something, even one sentence a day.
Because the secret to speaking English fluently isn't talent. It's practice. Real, daily practice.
And don't forget, every word you say counts. Even if you talk to yourself in English, that's progress.
So if you've been afraid or unsure why you can't speak, now you know. You just need to activate your speaking muscles.
And we'll help you do that, step by step. In the next part, we'll talk about one of the biggest reasons people don't speak English, a reason that keeps millions of learners silent.
Yes, fear. That little voice that says, "What if I make a mistake?"
Don't go anywhere because we're going to show you how to silence that fear and finally start speaking English with confidence.
Have you ever felt that moment when you want to speak English, but something inside you says, "No, what if I sound silly?"
Oh, yes, that fear. It's one of the biggest reasons people stay quiet even though they can speak. It's like an invisible wall that stops you before you even try.
Exactly. You might be sitting in class or chatting with a friend or maybe talking to someone online, and suddenly your heart beats fast, your mouth feels dry, and your brain just shuts down.
You start thinking, What if I make a mistake? What if people laugh? What if they don't understand me? And before you know it, you've said nothing.
But listen, this fear is normal. Every English learner in the world feels it. Even the most confident speakers today once felt scared to open their mouths.
Yes, totally. You are not weak. You're not bad at English. You're just human. Everyone who learns something new feels nervous at first.
Think about when you learned to ride a bike. The first time you sat on it, you were probably shaking a little, right? Maybe you fell once or twice, but you didn't stop. You got up and tried again.
Exactly. And that's what you need to do with English. You might fall by saying a wrong word, forgetting something, or mixing grammar. But that's how you learn. Mistakes are not the problem. Silence is.
Yes, nobody speaks perfect English from the beginning. Even native speakers make small mistakes all the time. They say, or when they forget a word. It's completely normal.
Let's think about how babies learn to talk. When a baby says something like wah-wah instead of water, parents don't say, "Oh no, that's wrong." They smile, they clap, they encourage the baby to say it again.
That's so true. Babies learn through joy, not fear. But as adults, we forget that. We start judging ourselves. We think, if I can't speak perfectly, I shouldn't speak at all.
But that's not how learning works. You can't wait until you're perfect before you start speaking. You become good by speaking, not before speaking.
So, here's something powerful to remember. Your mistakes are proof that you're learning. Every time you say something in English, even if it's wrong, you're growing. You're one step closer to fluency.
And people who truly want to communicate will never laugh at you. Good people will understand. They'll help you. They'll admire your courage for trying.
Right. And if someone does laugh, just smile. And remember, they once learned too. They made mistakes too. Everyone does.
So, how can you start building confidence? Here's a simple trick. Talk to yourself. Seriously, speak out loud when you're alone. Look in the mirror and say simple things like, "I'm learning English," or "I can do this."
Or record your voice. When you listen later, you'll notice something amazing. You actually sound better than you think.
Yes, confidence doesn't appear overnight. It grows little by little every time you speak.
And every time you speak, the fear becomes smaller. Eventually, that fear that used to stop you, it disappears.
So don't wait. Don't let fear control your voice. Speak, even when you're scared. Speak, even when you make mistakes.
Because the only way to get over the fear of speaking English is to speak English.
That's right. And when you do it again and again, your courage grows, your fluency grows, and suddenly, English becomes a part of you.
In the next section, we'll talk about something just as important: how practice changes everything.
Yes, how just a few minutes of speaking practice each day can completely transform your English. Stay with us.
So Cindy, we've talked about fear and how it can stop people from speaking English. But now let's talk about something that can completely change that.
Ah, yes, the golden rule of learning English. No practice, no fluency.
Exactly. If you don't practice speaking, you'll never become fluent. It's that simple. You can read books, watch videos, and memorize thousands of words. But without speaking practice, your English will stay inside your head, never out of your mouth.
It's like learning to ride a bicycle by reading a book about bicycles. You can read all the instructions, watch all the tutorials, but if you never get on the bike, you'll never learn how to balance or move.
That's so true. You have to ride the bike. You have to fall, wobble, and get back up. And that's exactly what happens when you start speaking English. The more you speak, the faster your brain and your mouth learn to work together.
Yes, and I think this is where many learners get stuck. They think, I'll start speaking when my English is perfect. But that day never comes because perfection doesn't come before speaking, it comes after speaking.
Exactly, Cindy. You don't wait to speak fluently to start speaking. You start speaking to become fluent.
And here's the best part, you don't need hours every day. Even 10 minutes of daily speaking practice can make a huge difference.
Right. Just 10 minutes. You can talk to yourself while walking, cooking, or getting ready for work. Say what you're doing. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm making coffee. I'm going to work. These small actions build fluency.
Or speak in front of a mirror. Look at yourself, smile, and talk about your day. Today, I feel happy. Yesterday, I watched a movie. Tomorrow, I will meet my friend. These simple sentences help your brain think directly in English.
That's such a great tip. You can even record yourself and listen back. You'll notice your pronunciation, your rhythm, and how you improve over time.
Yes, and here's something powerful. When you speak again and again, your brain becomes faster at finding words. You stop translating from your native language. You start thinking in English.
That's when fluency really begins, when you don't have to stop and think about every word. It just comes naturally.
And it all starts with practice. No app, no grammar book, no secret method can replace speaking practice.
Exactly. Even the best English teachers in the world will tell you, practice is the real secret. Every fluent English speaker you know today started with small, broken sentences, but they kept going.
They made mistakes, they felt nervous, but they didn't give up. They practiced and practiced and practiced again until one day they realized they could speak freely.
So if you're listening right now and thinking, I don't have time, remember this. Just 5 or 10 minutes a day is enough to start.
Yes, you don't need to speak for hours. What matters is doing it every day. Consistency is more powerful than long study sessions once a week.
Exactly. It's better to speak a little every day than to stay silent all week.
So make speaking a part of your daily life. Talk to yourself, talk to your friends, talk to your pet if you want. What matters is that you use your English voice.
Because the more you speak, the more confident you become. And one day, you'll look back and realize you're not afraid anymore. You're just speaking English.
Beautifully said, Ryan. So don't wait for perfect English. Start with your English, the English you have today, and let it grow.
Coming up next, we'll show you some fun and easy ways you can practice speaking English right at home, even if you have no one to talk to.
Yes, you can practice anytime, anywhere, and we'll show you how. So, Ryan, a lot of learners might be wondering right now, how can they actually practice speaking if they don't have a partner? Not everyone lives in an English-speaking country, right?
That's a great question, Cindy. And the truth is, you don't need to. You can absolutely practice English speaking at home, even when you're alone. All you need is a little creativity and consistency.
Exactly. Let's start with something super simple. Describe the world around you. Look around your room right now and talk about what you see. Say it out loud. For example, this is my chair. My fan is on. There's a book on my table.
Yes. When you describe what you see, you train your brain to think in English naturally. It's an easy way to bring English into your daily life.
And you don't even have to plan it. Just say what's in front of you or what you're doing. Like, I'm making tea or I'm cleaning my desk. It sounds simple, but these sentences build fluency step by step.
Here's another great method. It's called shadowing. You find a short English video, maybe your favorite actor, or even this video, and you repeat what they say, sentence by sentence.
Yes, try to copy their tone, their rhythm, even their emotion. It's like singing along to a song, but in English. It trains both your listening and speaking skills at the same time.
Exactly. And it helps you sound more natural, more fluent, because you start learning how English feels when you speak it.
Another powerful technique is to read aloud. Take a short story or an article or even a few lines from your favorite book and read it out loud every day.
When you read aloud, your mouth gets used to English sounds.
Your pronunciation improves, and you become more confident saying words you already know.
And here's one of my favorite ideas. Record yourself. Talk about your day, your plans, or something you love. Then listen to the recording.
You'll be surprised at how much you can learn from your own voice.
Yes, you'll notice your pronunciation, your speed, and maybe some mistakes. But that's great. It means you can see your progress clearly.
And if you do this regularly, you'll hear your improvement over time. Your voice will sound smoother, more confident, and more natural.
Another easy way to practice is using daily sentences. You know, the ones you can use in everyday conversations. Things like, how are you? Can I help you? I don't understand, or that's interesting.
Right. Use these short, real-life sentences again and again. The goal isn't to speak fancy English. The goal is to speak easily, clearly, and comfortably.
Exactly. Fluency doesn't come from complicated grammar or big vocabulary. It comes from using simple English every single day.
You can even make it fun. Talk to yourself while cooking, walking, or looking in the mirror. Create little conversations in your mind. Pretend you're ordering food or meeting someone new.
That's such a great idea. The more you bring English into your daily routine, the faster your brain accepts it as a natural part of your life.
And remember, it doesn't matter if you're alone. Every time you speak out loud, your brain is learning, your mouth is training, and your confidence is growing.
You don't need perfect grammar. You just need regular practice. Speak a little every day. Even 5 minutes is enough to move you forward.
Yes, and one day, you'll notice something beautiful. You'll start thinking in English without even trying. That's when you know you're really improving.
So keep talking, keep describing, keep shadowing, reading aloud, and recording yourself. It's not about perfection, it's about progress.
And before you realize it, you'll become the confident English speaker you've always wanted to be.
You know, Cindy, I think the most beautiful thing about learning English is that it's not just about grammar or vocabulary. It's about connection.
That's so true. When you learn to speak English, you open the door to new people, new cultures, and new opportunities. You can share your ideas, your feelings, and your dreams with the world.
Exactly. English isn't just a language, it's a bridge. It connects you to people from every country, every background. It gives you the power to communicate, to express yourself, and to grow.
And the amazing part is, everyone starts at zero. Every fluent English speaker once struggled to say even the simplest words.
Yes, no one is born fluent. Everyone begins with mistakes, with hesitation, with fear. But the ones who keep going, who practice and believe in themselves, they're the ones who succeed.
That's right. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to be brave. Brave enough to speak, brave enough to make mistakes, brave enough to keep learning every single day.
And the truth is, mistakes are your best teachers. Every time you make one, your brain learns something new. It's not failure, it's progress.
Exactly. Don't be afraid to sound funny or to pause or to forget a word. That's how every learner grows. And the more you speak, the faster you'll overcome that fear.
I remember one of my students once said, "I don't want to speak because people might laugh." And I told her, "People might laugh for a second, but your courage will last forever."
I love that because it's so true. Your courage to speak is what makes you special. Every time you use English, even a little, you're one step closer to fluency.
And it doesn't matter where you are, in your room, on a bus, or walking down the street. You can turn any moment into a practice moment.
Yes, say something in English. Whisper it if you want, but say it. Speak your thoughts, your plans, your dreams. Let your English voice come alive.
And remember, fluency doesn't happen in one day. It's a journey. Some days will feel easy, others will feel hard, but every single day counts.
Just like going to the gym. You don't get strong after one workout. You get strong after showing up again and again, even when it's hard.
Exactly. And one day, without even realizing it, you'll notice, wait, I'm actually speaking English. It'll feel natural, comfortable, and real.
That's such a powerful moment because that's when you'll know your effort has paid off. Your consistency, your small steps, your daily practice, all of it will lead you here.
And from there, the world opens up. You can watch movies without subtitles, talk to new friends, travel, work, study abroad. Everything becomes possible.
That's the beauty of learning English. It's not just about words, it's about confidence, growth, and freedom.
So wherever you are in your English journey right now, don't give up. Keep practicing, keep speaking, keep believing in yourself.
Because every word you say, every effort you make is taking you closer to the fluent, confident English speaker you're meant to be.
And remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about being you in English.
Yes. Speak with your heart, not just your mouth. Because English isn't just a language, it's your voice to the world.
That's beautifully said, Cindy.
And to everyone listening, you already have what it takes. Just start speaking, one sentence at a time.
And remember, you can speak English. Believe it, live it, and keep going.
Thank you for being with us today.
We'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.